to the plane, right? So we're going to get the handle a little bit more vertical, right? You can narrow your stance a little bit, right? And our weight's going to be forward. We're just going to keep that handle back a little bit. Now, let's hit a couple and just kind of get the feel for this motion.
Check with this shot. We want to hit a lower trajectory shot, like right.
Yeah. So I mean, like
kind of
right. So I would say, see where the shadow comes in.
Yeah.
If you're going to hit one with spin and you want it to bounce twice, well, how far is it going to bounce forward? Probably a yard, and then like.
I mean, you know, my normal shot is right. I'll hit it and I'll let it roll out.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Like, you don't have to put that spin. Look, I know that looks cool.
Yeah.
I get it, right? But you don't have to be cool, right? If this was me and I was just hitting that shot, I'd probably take my 60-degree out, play it back, leave the handle forward, and do that.
So that's how you play these shots 40, 50 yards
Right.
in, kind of.
Yeah. And I feel like once I get like 60 or 70 yards, well, that's how I'm going to be producing enough spin to really get the ball to stop. But from here, right, so you can get it. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
And I maybe use a sand wedge here.
And that's fine, Clay. That's fine. Like,
All
you
right.
can, this isn't a shot, like I said, I know that looks cool. I get it. But sometimes it's not looking cool. There you go. Almost trying to stop. I mean, look, it's, like I said, it's a range point, right? You know, on this shot, we're only going to be able to generate, you know, maybe at the most, like 5,000 RPMs of spin. Well, that's not a lot to
That was good.
There you go. Very nice. All right.
Get one more.
Okay. In terms, I just asked you to hit a low fade. So how do we hit a lower shot?
Well, I would to steeper. What is this? The angle.
So the
my
location
shafting,
of the handle, right? So
location
you,
of my handle.
you make it more vertical, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So we want to get the handle more vertical, right? Then what are we going to do with the path and the face angle, right?
Same as the last.
Right. So we're just changing essentially maybe ball position, right? Walk me through what type of changes you're going to make to fade the golf ball.
I like to have a feeling and sensation of sweeping across, having a higher, a steeper swing.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm coming across the ball and my club face is a tad open in relation to my swing plane.
Perfect. So let me see you hit one, right? Let's see if we can get that little buttercup going. So there you go. So we see the ball maybe still, so, you know, we've talked about when you want to cut the ball, not like pull cutting it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like pushing it and cutting it, right? So that's just a shot where you have to aim. So we see, well, the feet are more open, the spin rate on it changes, the ball started left and kind of fell to the left, right? So that way we're not making like crazy changes to the path. So like if we were going to look at this one on video here, right, we'll include this one in your lesson and just pull up your even your after swing. So again, just talking about like the difference between hitting that little cut versus our little draw. And you get to a point where your body's aligned more to the right of the target line, isn't it? Which it should be, because we're like not trying to pull and cut. We want to push and fade. All right, so a little bit of a shorter turn, right? Hands maybe a little bit higher right here. So the club comes down. We're still on a pretty good path, right? And then boom, just kind of opening that face to the path. And that creates just that tiny little curve to it, right? Let's see how to let your setup and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and set up to a couple more and hit a couple. Very good. And I mean, comes down to this, like, you know, when we talk about what we're trying to do, right, the last thing we want to do is start aiming more left, because you're pushing and drawing, right, and it creates like this psychological effect of it. So